everybody, and welcome in. This is an inspirational talk with Rita, and this is where we have everyday life situations that we discuss and we talk about, and we apply biblical principles to those everyday situations. In today's society, when we go to church, a lot of the conversations they're hierarchy, a lot of big words, and I like to take the word, the Bible, and relate it to everyday situations. And that's the reason why I'm here, Inspirational Talks with Rita. And so today I want to talk about goals. Why are we talking about goals? It's January 2025. And a lot of us, we make New Year's resolutions. We have all these plans set for ourselves for the year. And what I want to do is to talk about goals, because I've set some goals for myself. New Year's resolutions, a lot of times, they never work for most people. You give up, maybe even a day in, So I wanted to start this podcast because God inspired me to take my everyday life struggles and to share them with other people. If I could just help one person, I know that what God inspired me to do was meant to be. And so my goal is to have this podcast be able to reach those who think about, how can I take my setback, my tragedy, my disappointment, how can I take those things, apply the biblical principles to what I would like to see happen in my life. And so now, with me starting this podcast, I started looking at other podcasts, and I became fearful, because you look at other people and you start comparing yourself to those people. And I had to stop and think, those who started, they started out just like I did. I'm an everyday person. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a best friend, I'm an aunt, I'm a grandmother, and I've had things happen in my life that stopped me or made me become fearful with moving forward with starting this podcast. And so God gave me Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you. Think about that. I talked about my plans. It's a goal. Declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope for your future. And so I have to start thinking about, if God knew what he had planned for my life, this podcast, what he has planned for your life, whatever your hopes and dreams are, how can I fear? Because God says that he is going to have me prosper. So I had to stop, and I really had to pray. And I said, you know what, God? I'm coming home tonight. And for those of you, I had a year, 33 years that I did a career in law enforcement. And I had things happen. My oldest son, Curtis Fisher, 37 years old, passed away from cancer a year and a half ago, June 2023. And before all of these things happened, I had a zest and a zeal for life. I wanted to share with everybody every good thing God did in my life. And then when these things started happening, I'm like, how can I move forward? God, do I really have something that I can share? And I know a lot of you have allowed fear to stop you. Whatever it is in your life, whatever setback, obstacle that you face, whatever naysayer have come in your life and say, you know what? No, you can't do that. You've allowed that to set in and to stop you from achieving your goal. But in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, God is telling you, for I know the plans I have for you. The plans and hopes that you have within you are those that are planted by God. So I don't want to let anything hold me back from achieving my goal of starting this podcast. And I do want to thank you for watching today. And I hope I'm saying something that's going to inspire you to continue to reach for your goals, for your hopes, for your dreams. Even when my son was battling his cancer, I was his caregiver. You know, it hurts. You have pain. When things come in your life that cause you pain, it stop you from living. It stop you from hoping. It stop you from dreaming. You can't allow that. You can't allow that to come in and stop you. And so today is the day that I said, I'm going to start my podcast. I hope you're making today the day that you're going to not allow fear, not allow anything to stop you from moving forward. And then I had to also think about, how can I do this? Is there something that I have that somebody else, that I can share with somebody else to make their life better? And then I started thinking about, you know how you have your friends or your co-workers, your family members. You guys have all of these good conversations, even your church family. You start talking about things that's going on in your life and how God blesses you to get through those things. And then you don't go out and share with anybody else. You keep it right within your circle. Are you truly doing what God has called you to do? If you can stop somebody from going through the same thing you went through, or to give them encouragement and hope, wouldn't you want to do that? That's the reason why I'm here today. Encouragement and hope. I live my life every day God-minded, God-centered, God-focused. I hope you live your life that way too. I hope you choose to live your life that way. This is an inspirational talk with Rita. I hope you come back and see me again. I'm your #1 cheerleader. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.